Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Going Medieval. I certainly hope you're having a good one, or at least I certainly hope you're having a better one than Uthred and Cassandra are having right now, because Uthred has some wounds that are needing tended to ever so slightly, and Cassandra as well has a severe concussion and a sprained arm, neither of which is particularly good for someone that is our primary builder. But that's okay. That's fine. I'm sure Cassandra will figure out whatever's going on with her, and she'll be fine in good time, I hope. Oh boy, I do hope. I do hope. I really do sincerely hope. Allison, can I get you to come over here and maybe... Now, you can't tend to Uthred's wounds. Now, Cassandra is going to go convalesce, which means Cassandra is going to go rest. So if I were to bring the level down a little bit, I'm hoping that Allison is going to go and tend to Cassandra's needs, which you absolutely are. So that's fantastic. So Cassandra is hopefully going to start feeling a little bit better in a little bit of time. We do have some exhausted settlers. Anwind over here is exhausted, which... is that something I've noticed popping up more and more ever since we did change their schedule to only have, you know, an hour of forced sleep time, and then they just sleep as long as they need to. So I'm wondering if we should maybe have them, because I think they were waking up at about 2 in the morning. So let's have them sleep until at least 4. So that way they're getting at least 6 hours of sleep. Which they're getting roughly. They're sleeping, you know, as much as they needed to, but I want to make sure that they are fully rested rather than just, you know, sleeping kind of until they're ready to get up and go do something else, you know? So it would be nice to make sure that they are fully rested and make sure that they are okay. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I'm also hoping that at some point we start to see some stuff get moved down into these stockpiles, because at the moment they're not really doing much of that. Now, what I'm thinking we could do is say that this is going to be a very high priority stockpile since it's food. This one's also going to be very high priority, and this one's also going to be very high. In fact, I'm just going to set all of these to very high priority because we do have stockpiles above ground, and I would like to make sure that, you know, things are getting moved underground, basically. That's kind of what we're going for. I am seeing a lot of stuff laying around and rotting as well, though, which is kind of annoying. We have a lot of vegetable rot just around the place, which isn't really getting used for much, which is kind of frustrating. We have some food getting prepped over here, which is great, but we're just not really seeing as much in the way of holing as I would like to see. So, why does Allison have wounds needing tended to? What have you managed to do to yourself? You've dislocated shoulder. Okay. All right, well, fair enough. We'll let you kind of go and deal with that when you feel like it. But what I'm thinking is maybe we change someone up a little bit to primarily be a holer. Because Cassandra's doing research for the most part, I suppose. You can do research as well. Maybe Allison doesn't do research, even though you have a bit of passion for it. You're not bad at it either, but we'll let those two be primary researchers. Goldzina can do cooking and is quite good at it. You're not bad at mining and plant cutting, but I'm going to bring those down as well and see if I can maybe get you to do cooking primarily and then hauling when you're not cooking things. That's kind of what I'd be hoping for. Now, we do have Cassandra over here doing some research, and it is going nice and quick as well, but I have noticed something, and what I've noticed is I forgot to put lights in here. So let's put a torch up on that wall and on that wall as well, just to make sure the place is a little bit brighter. And hopefully that will work out nicely for us. Now, Goldina over here is continuing to prepare food. And we do have a good amount of stew around as well. Now, who is becoming annoyed? Anwind is annoyed. He's exhausted. Okay, well, I mean, he could go to bed, right? He's not going to bed, but he could go to bed. It'd be nice if he went to bed, but I guess he'll go to bed tonight and then he can sort of chill a little bit or do whatever he wants to do. Having a look at schedule, I mean, 8 o'clock is fun time and then 10 o'clock is bed time, so another couple of hours for him and hopefully he'll be fine. And we also have some research available as well. So let's go ahead and have a look at that and see what we can do. We have 16 chronicles available right now. I'm not feeling like clay brick making is needed. I don't know if stone cutting is needed. Smelting seems like something that's going to lead into blacksmithing for proper weapons and stuff like that. Wooden weaponry, I think, is kind of what we need, though. Or food preservation. I feel like I've been going back and forth on this for a little while. I'm gonna say wooden weaponry because we need to be able to defend ourselves. For example, we have Florence, who is a jailbird. So we'll help Florence. We have enemies coming in just about 2 days. Now, Florence, what can you do for me? That's what I'm most interested in. We're gonna set holing and all that as per usual. You are able to tend. You are very passionate about medicine, but you're not very good at it. So we'll have you two convalesce. Are you good at hunting? Not really, so we'll have you just not do that. And wind as well. You're very good and, well, you're not passionate about construction, but you're very good at it. Growing is not going to be for you. Mining is not going to be for you. Cutting plants is not going to be for you. Cooking is not going to be for you. Smithing, no. Carpentry, yes. Well, yeah, that is carpentry. Tailoring, yes. And research, maybe. You're very passionate about it, but I'd like you to do whatever else. In terms of managing you, we're kind of going to let you just, you know, do whatever you want to do. And we'll see how that ends up going. Now, looking at research again, I think wooden weaponry is kind of going to be the big deal. I do think that's kind of going to be what we need because, well, we're going to get attacked is what we're going to get. We're going to get attacked and we kind of need to survive. Now, here's something I'm wondering. I wonder if this game has the same dumb AI, and I say dumb AI in a loving way. I wonder if this game has the same dumb AI that RimWorld has, where if I was to, and I'll pause while I do this and sort of demonstrate. Let's say that I have my base, we'll sort of do like a little mini demonstration here. Let's say this is my base, right? And I want the entrance to be in the bottom right. What I would do is sort of, you know, leave my entrance open with no door, and then I would build something back and forth like this, and so the enemy will see that as a straight way into my base, right? There's no obstacles in the way. What I could then do is go in and place things like stick traps. So I put a stick trap, say, there, and sort of all kind of through here, right? Now, obviously, I don't want my people walking over those. So what I would do is put doors in those spots there. Not that one, but you get the idea. I'd put doors in spots where my people can essentially get through. So doors would go there and there. We'd have one there, there, and there. So that would be a way for my people to get straight in and out of there without going over the traps. Whereas the enemy, I'm wondering if they would see that as a straight shot through even with the traps there. Because if they did, that would mean I could put a wall around my entire base, and that would be kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. That would be kind of cool to do. I would kind of like to do that. But that's obviously going to be something that we have to do a little bit later on because we don't really have the time right now. What I will do, though, is I'm going to lay out a new field because we need to start growing some birch trees, and it's going to be 19 by 7. It's going to be our biggest field, and that's okay. And that's going to be a pretty good source of wood. I'm also going to throw in an order to start chopping down trees back here because I'm going to build a wall around the base regardless of whether or not the enemies are going to be dumb in that kind of RimWorld style dumbness that I'm talking about. If they are, then great. I'm going to use that system to make sure that we can survive and thrive for a good little while. If they're not, then these walls are hopefully going to let us basically defend ourselves that little bit better. So we'll set that all up to be torn down. It'll take a little while, but that's okay. Florence is also heading out to grab some weapons, which is not bad, and then going to sleep, which is not bad either. Allison's also turned 39 today, which is lovely. So there we go. We have everybody asleep. I think 6 settlers is the most I've ever had in this game as well. So this is kind of exciting for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit excited. if a little bit nervous. I gotta be honest. I'm also nervous because, as it stands, we're kind of going to be in a situation where we're going against a bunch of people fighting us while we, again, only have the, did everyone just go? Everyone just went for beer. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. I'm not going to criticize. I'm not going to judge. That is, you know, to each their own, I guess. To each their own. Autumn is here. Okay. So we're going to need to start getting warm clothing at some point. We really need tailoring, don't we? I kind of need... What's Cassandra doing? Cassandra's going to go convalesce because Cassandra is hurting again. Okay, well, that's not ideal. When does that concussion go away? 63 hours. Oh, God. Cassandra's going to be in a rough spot for the next little while, huh? That kind of sucks. Florence, what are you up to? Oh, you're hauling! Fantastic! We actually have someone moving stuff into the stockpile. That's brilliant news. Oh, good, man. That's actually great. I'm quite thrilled about that. I'm also going to try and keep the walls down so I can see what's going on a little bit better. But having someone dedicated to hauling is going to be fantastic for us. It means that hopefully things will store and just last a little bit longer, you know? That's certainly the dream anyway. That is certainly going to be the dream. But, well, we'll see. You know what? I am thinking we should... I mean, we have enemies coming in a day. So here's the thing. I think we do need to get some defenses. I think we do need to get some walls. I'm a little reluctant to do this. I'm not going to lie, but I think it's going to be necessary. So let's go from here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go from here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's just do... Can I not drag out walls further than that? Interesting. Let's do something like this. And let's double it up a little bit. Right? So we're going to have this nice chunky wall here. And it would be nice to have an entrance over here. I'm not going to lie. That would be kind of cool. But I'm not really sure how we're going to necessarily do that or defend it. But we'll do that. Right? We'll have a little entrance there. And I think that'll be okay. I'm not 100% sure about this. But that should be fine. So if that's our corner piece, what we're also going to want to do is go... Let's see. So if that's our 5, we're going to want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And... Hold on a minute. I need to measure this properly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that, I think. So from there, we want to go across. And this is going to be the upper section of the wall, which is totally okay. Again, it's a little chunky, but that's all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there. So that needs to come straight down. That needs to come straight down. And we'll sort of do the same here as well. Then we'll cut out the sections for the gates, and we should be all right. Now, the thing I will say about the entrances to this place is I'm probably not going to be very neat with it. I'm just going to, you know, cut some holes in it, basically. And I'm going to hope that I can make something decent looking. So that should be fine. Let's go in and just cancel those corner sections and cancel you as well, because we're not going to need them. And then for entrances and things like that, I think this right here can be a way in. I think what we'll do is we will put this wall just back here, because I think that's probably for the best. So that's a way in. That's a way in. And then we probably do want one on this side as well. So we want to go here. Something like that. And then I guess we can do one at the top as well, so we can kind of go to about there. And that should work. So that gives us a straight shot down there. It gives us a straight shot in here. And, you know, out that side as well. Now, do I want to do something interesting with this? I do have the opportunity to do something interesting with this, so I think we'll just sort of double up on the walls here. Just to make it look a little bit more standout. Maybe we can do some decorations on it or something like that. I'm not too sure if we can, but you never know. We'll just do a little bit of this, and we'll do the same over here as well. And if I want to, actually, I can bring those walls up, and I could do some beams. I think some beams are probably more than fair, just to make it look like a gatehouse. This is a lot of construction. This is a lot of construction, but it's probably worth doing. So we'll do the same down here as well. And then for getting onto the walls, I'm thinking we'll just do something in that corner with a nice little staircase kind of leading up to it. And I'm thinking we'll do something in that corner with a nice little staircase leading up to it. We can do the same in this corner with a nice little staircase, and we'll do the same down in this corner as well with a nice little staircase. And then in terms of building things on top of it, I mean, we have options. You know, it's fair to say we have options. We have these merlins, whatever they're called. These can go around the walls. They absolutely can, and they might. They're just not going to right now because that's a lot of wood that we need for that wall as it is. So we'll get that built in time. It's going to take a very long time, I would imagine, but we'll get it built in time. And when it's done, I think it'll look pretty cool. We still have room in here for more buildings, which is great. I think eventually what we'll probably do is start moving workshops to the outside, and then eventually we'll start building like a keep in here and making it all fancy. But this is a start, is what it is. I'm also thinking I want to make these corners a little bit more interesting looking. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the corners a little bit more interesting looking. We're going to make them a little bit chunkier, just so they sort of look like towers, you know? And we could even potentially turn them into something that actually resembles a tower, but right now it's just about making them chunky. So that's a little bit chunky, and this is a little bit chunky, and I think it's going to look good. We've actually got a good chunk of it done there already, which is lovely. So yeah, we'll kind of let everybody do their thing and get it done whenever they can get it done. We have a couple of people working in construction, which is great. We have Uthred back here doing whatever he's doing. Uthred's actually quite happy right now, which is great news. He's let's have a look at him. Where's his mood? Together we are strong. He's happy that we're helping people. He's entertained. He's a little bit tired, but that's okay. Allison's a little bit tired. Cassandra. Basically everybody's kind of okay. Even Florence, who just got here, saw a dead. Where did you see a dead body? Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, we do have dead bodies out there. Okay. I'll tell you what. We probably do want to get more graves, thinking about it. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3. We'll do a couple of them because we're about to have a fight, so we're probably going to need a couple more graves, to be honest. And enemies are going to be here tomorrow, so that's great. But regardless, everybody other than the dead bodies and the imminent war, everybody's relatively happy, which makes me relatively happy. So, you know, that's always good. I'm just hoping that we can... Wait a minute. How are we doing in research? 18. I need 2 more. I'm wondering if we can maybe expedite the process of making ourselves a new... another bow between now and the time of the attack. Cassandra, I know you're doing construction, but can I get you to prioritize production? Because if I could get you to do that, that would be kind of great. I'm not going to lie. So you're doing that. I need you to do it again because we need 1 more. So if you can do that for me, we can go and we can say, give me wooden weaponry. And then give me production because... So bench with timber tools and cord to create bows. All the tools necessary for carpentry are found here. Okay. So we're going to need another workshop is what we're going to need. But what I'm going to do is... Let's see. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put you there. And I'm going to put this workbench here. Because what I can do is eventually put a building up around those, and that'll be fine. But I kind of need this thing to be prioritized. I know Cassandra is hungry and all, but I kind of need this thing to be built so that we can maybe get ourselves another archer before, you know, the 10 hours pass and the enemies get here. That's kind of a big deal. That's kind of important. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully that gets done. Hopefully we manage to find someone that can actually construct the thing. Settlers have, oh, for God's sake, Cassandra's bloody thing is acting up again, isn't it? The concussion. At least this is getting done though, so that's good. What is this? Dismantle items for wood. Not a bad idea. I'm not going to do it yet though. Do this until we have, let's say, I want to say 5 bows. And who is good at crafting? So what skill is needed for this? Job type carpentry. So job carpentry, Allison has skill 7, Anwin has 8. So Anwin, can I get you to come over here and prioritize production, please? Because if we can do this, we can get another archer. And I think having 2 archers is going to be so useful for us. I really do. I think having 2 archers working on dealing with the enemies is going to help us out so much. That's assuming we have someone with a decent skill for it. You know, we kind of need a marksman, but assuming we have a marksman, we should be all... What is that saw? It's a weird looking thing. Assuming we have a marksman, we should be fine. That's a big assumption, but I'm certainly hoping so. Having a look at jobs, actually. Hunting, Uthrid, no. Allison, yes. 5, 3, 0, 8. So Cassandra can be a marksman as well. That's good. All right. Cassandra, I'm going to have you go and equip that short bow. Is what I'm going to have you do. Because you're going to be an archer now. There we go. All right. So enemies will be here shortly. The good news is that we did actually get that second archer. And I'm thinking the enemies are probably going to come in from the right as well. That's, I'm pretty sure, where Florence came in from. So we should be all right. I think the bodies have been holed as well. Let's see. They want Florence back. We are not going to bow to their demands. And what if, oh my God, okay. 1, 2 archers is a little bit worrying. There's 7 enemies. I'm a little worried about this. I'm a little bit worried about this. Where are we? We're here. Okay, let me grab just everybody. Let me draft all of you and bring you over here. Because we're going to need all of you. Now, they're not attacking immediately, which is great news. But what I think we're going to do, and I don't know if the game works this way, but we're about to find out if cover applies. Now, Cassandra, let me have you go here. I don't know if cover applies or not. We're going to find out. And then who are you? Where's my other archer? Allison. Let's have you go there. And then you 4 are kind of going to move forward a little bit. And where are the enemies? So they're up there. They're split up a little bit, which is good. So that's going to mean that we can maybe deal with them a little better. Let's have you 2 get ready. And I kind of need you 2. What are they doing? What are they doing? Oh, here we go. All right. So you 2 are attacking. I need you to go and attack that one. So take that guy down. That's 1 down. Let's go and take this guy out. Let's have you 2 just change your focus to be on the archer. That way we're not getting picked off by an archer. Let's see. Have we lost anybody? No, not yet. So you guys are going to focus on William there. You 2 are going to focus on that one. And we'll see if we can't just maybe take them down a little bit here. I'm hoping that if we can take them out, they'll retreat. Which they haven't done yet, but that's kind of okay. Let's have the archers just change focus to that guy. Oh, hello. Victory. Okay. Okay. That's not so bad. We're doing okay. So everybody survived. There was no one critically injured, I don't think. We can go and allow everything as well. I'm a little annoyed the archers got away, but that's probably fine. What is that? A flimsy staff, a flimsy staff. We got some clothes around there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies to tend to. Yeah, there were 7 of them. Then the archers got away. Although that one's not having a great time getting away. Goldina, leave him alone. That one's really not having a good time getting away. It would be nice if we could catch up to them, but we just can't. Oh, Florence isn't doing good. I think Allison is getting Florence, though. There we go. Okay, I'll tell you what. We have, what, 5? We have 2 graves going up. And then we have 5 bodies. So I think we're going to need to get our hands on a few more graves. All right. A couple more unmarked graves down here, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 6 of them, and that should be all right. I'm not thrilled that the graves are going to be inside the grounds of our new fort, but that's just the way it's going to be. We'll also do a little bit of hunting here. Just take out some of those bunnies. I think that went well, though. You know, I do think that went well. Uthred is having a bit of a rough time. He really should be chilling, which he now is. Allison, I know you're going to be annoyed if I do this, but I want you to tend to Uthred's wounds so that he doesn't, you know, bleed to death. So we'll have you do that. And hopefully successfully, which it is. Goldina is injured as well, so tend to those wounds too, if you wouldn't mind. And then... Wait, Uthred's injured again? How did he manage that? Oh, he's fine. There we go. So now no one's, you know, critical on the left side there. We don't have any blood showing up, so that's good. That went pretty well. I gotta be honest. I think getting the second archer kind of came in, it was a bit of a clutch decision, you know? It was a bit of a clutch thing there. We almost didn't have the second archer, so no complaints from me. Absolutely no complaints from me. Although I'm just hoping that by the time the next raid comes up, we can get something that's a little bit more substantial in terms of defenses. What is this? Dumping stockpile? Let's get rid of it. And warfare stockpile can go as well. So that'll be fine. Yeah, I'm hoping by the next time things happen, we can have more considerable defenses, you know? Maybe some spike traps by the gates. Maybe something in the walls. Archers in the walls would be kind of cool. I guess we'll see. I guess we will... food reserves on stockpile low. We should be fine. I think we'll be okay for food reserves. Because the thing is, yeah, the reserves in the stockpile are low, but there's food kind of just all around the place. So I think it's probably fine, right? It's probably not the end of the world. Although, let's see. What is everybody doing right now? Let's have a look at their jobs again. So, Uthred is convalescing. You're convalescing. You're getting resources. I'll be honest, it would be nice to see a little bit more productivity around here. I don't mean in terms of construction's fine. I just mean more in terms of the research thing. I think we need to prioritize that. So who can I get doing it? Florence is passionate about it. So maybe, I mean, Florence, you are, you're also very good at construction though. Anwind is gardening. It's annoying me that, I mean, Allison's not bad at construction either. That's kind of the annoying thing, is that the people that are, you know, decent at research are also good at construction. Or the person that's passionate about it. Or the other person that's decent at research is also someone that is critical for food production, you know? I mean, you're level 5, you're level 8. And you do, so let's maybe have Goldina also do research. I don't know if a level 8 researcher is going to be too useful for us, but that doesn't seem, yeah, so Goldina's going to go do some writing. That's a decent speed. That's not too bad. I guess the 120% buff is going to be good for us as well. So we'll just have Goldina do the research. Although it'd be nice if you'd do it a little bit more frequently, but whatever, I guess. You're getting resources for what? Wait, what are you doing? Oh, you're butchering. All right. Well, yeah, I guess you are the cook. That makes sense. That does definitely make sense. Also, these walls are coming along quicker than I thought they would. I'm not gonna lie, they're definitely a bit quicker than I thought they'd be. You know, despite the fact that we did have someone hauling, we really don't have much down here. We have bones, which is great. We do have medicine, which is also great. Or actually great, I should say. The bones was a little sarcastic. I don't know if you picked up on that. It would be nice if we had more down there. I'm not gonna lie. It would be kind of ideal if we had a bit more going on down there. I mean, it's great that the walls are going up and all, but I'm starting to think I picked the worst possible time to actually build these, because as nice as it is that they're coming together, it is a bit of a pickle that we might find ourselves in a situation where we don't have that much food. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to just increase the amount of food that we want to have around up to maybe, I'm going to say 120. Now, I don't think we have the resources to necessarily make that much food, and I don't know if that food's going to immediately go into storage or not. But the reason I want to do that is because crops are not going to grow in winter. And it is how many days until winter? 12, so there's 7. There's 7 days until winter. So we have 7 days to make a lot of food, get it into storage, and then, you know, go into a bunker and stay there and hibernate until it's warm again. That's gonna be challenging. It is gonna be challenging. You know, we've just set to growing these guys. I mean, these guys will actually give us a bit of a yield by the time winter comes around, which is good. You know, we'll get a bit of a yield from these guys as well, I'm sure, which is good. And we are getting a yield from a lot of this stuff as well. And we do have cooking going on. It's just, well, honestly, thinking about it, I think what I might do is I think I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do some demolishing, because I think we can make this a little bit better, right? So get rid of that door. And let's get rid of you and you. And let's put a wooden door right there, which means that torch needs to go as well. So we're going to put a door right there. We'll get rid of you and you. We'll get rid of you as well. And we're going to put another wooden door just there. All right. So doing that, I think he's going to start bringing down some of the roof as well. Yeah, it is bringing down some of the roof, but that's okay. We're going to tear that out. We're going to put some walls kind of back in those spaces. We're going to put a wall right in there. And that will split those places up a little bit, which I think is going to be good. Now, I do want to put some floors down in there, just to kind of get that all done. In fact, that door can stay there. If I just go and cancel that door completely, we could have just left those windows alone. But that's whatever. What I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to put in a campfire. And I'm thinking I'm going to do 2 of them, so that we can get a bit more food production going in that space as well. So that way we can get rid of this guy. We can double the food production if we have 2 people, you know, available and willing to do it. And I think that'll work out for us. I think that'll be okay. Because then we have, you know, meat from here, we have food getting made in here, and then hopefully food getting taken down into the stockpile, where I am desperately hopeful we will be able to stockpile enough food for the winter. Because if we can't, we're probably screwed.